Hello, world. Warmest welcome to the 37th episode of Inspiring Millions Show. This is the show where we celebrate brilliant minds from around the world who share with us their story, one story at a time. Ready to unleash the best of you? Today, our featured guest is Dato Seri Tan Jinsoon. He's a humanitarian, community, and social service supporter. So let's get to know his inspiring story in a short while. Thank you for joining us live or in replay. I'm Viva O'Flynn, your host and Global Media Relations of World Humanitarian Drive. World Humanitarian Drive, also known as WHD, is an international NGO founded in Croydon, UK by British Indian global peace activist, entrepreneur, writer, Dr. Abdul Basit Saeed. The primary vision of WHD is to promote peace, education, and trade harmony initiatives globally among everyone across the world, regardless of race, gender, religion, or nationality, living as one family. WHD is striving for humanity. This Inspiring Millions Show is your show. As always, we encourage you to engage and interact with us. Please help us spread inspiration to the world by sharing this link. Put your questions that you would like to ask our guest, Dato Seri Tan Jinsoon. Greetings or comments that you have for us in the comments box. We would love to read them later on in the show. So let us know where you are watching this. Wherever you are in the world, let us keep you company and brighten your day as we share peace, love, and goodwill. Today is the 15th of October, and it is World Students' Day with the theme Learning for People, Planet, Prosperity, and Peace. What students need are mentors who will empower, guide, and support them to be the best that they can be. In this week's Inspiring Millions Show, we're joined by a mentor, humanitarian, community, and social service supporter, Dato Seri Tan Jinsoon. Certainly a worthy person students can emulate. He is the president of Malaysian Gymnastics Federation, president of State Chinese Penang Association, vice president of the World Fellowship of Buddhist World Center, chairman of the Penang Teachers Cooperative Society, past assistant governor of Rotary District 3300. Vice President of the Penang State Consultative Goodwill Council, Chairman of the Penang Community Foundation, Director of Student Grants of the Sardon Foundation. We are all students today as we learn from Dato Seri Tan Jinsoon. Selamat datang. Welcome. Terima kasih. Thank you so much for being with us here today. How are you today?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ms. Viva. I'm very glad that I have this opportunity to be with all of you this evening, and I really feel very honored. Right? Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us here today. So we would also like to thank WHD Malaysia Secretary General Professor Dato Dr. GP Dorisami for arranging this interview and supporting our show. So Dato Seri Tan Jinsoon, could you please tell us about your background, your academic qualification, your profession, family, and social involvements, please?
Yeah, I hail from Penang Island, that's West Malaysia. I'm also a retired school headmaster, and today being the Students' Day, I'm very happy so that we all can be remembered and can come together. So for me, in my family, I have two daughters, one staying here in Penang and another one in Canada with their families. My son is in Japan with his family. And we are always very happy together, living together, although we are far apart, but we link each other very well. I'm also involved in quite a number of organizations, as what just now Ms. Viva just mentioned, And I thank you for mentioning all these organizations. My earlier years, from the year 1970, I already got involved with the Young Buddhist Association of Malaysia, which I also assist in the formation. And later, because of this, also I'm involved with the Malaysian youth movement, which also involves all the youth organizations in this country. And I was the council member of the Malaysian youth movement for many, many years. And because of all these events that I organized, my participations in the leaderships and to provide the trainings and giving this youth better career, I was then being awarded by the Malaysian Youth Council the Best Youth Award, and that is in the 2016. Then also I was given the honor to receive the award from the Buddhist organizations, the World Buddhist Organization, the World Fellowship of Buddhists, being the outstanding Buddhist youth leaders in Bangkok, and also and this award was given by the Deputy Sangharaja of Thailand. Yeah, this is my involvement. Yeah.
We understand that you are involved in humanitarian works. Dato Seri, could you please kindly elaborate on your services to the society?
For humanitarian, I think I should quote my involvement in the Rotary Club. I am a Rotarian attached to the Rotary Club of Penang, which is 91 years since its inception in the year 1930. And as you all know, Rotary is an international service organization whose stated purpose is to bring together business and professional leaders to provide humanitarian service and to advance goodwill and peace throughout the world. Through this Rotary, I'm able to explore avenues to do service to humanity in the hopes of the better tomorrow. For presently, I'm in the midst, like for example, in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic, we all geared up to provide substantial to all those who need help, who are not able to, like for example, feeding the needy, the families, in addition of other services by providing the additional facilities to the hospitals for the COVID patients. I quote Rotary because Rotary, with its four-way test, is indeed a very attraction to me when I start joining Rotary, because of the four-way test. That is of the things you think, say, or do. You always think, is this the truth? Is this fair to all concerned? Will you build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Now, this four-way test is indeed how I joined Rotary, the reason why, and I very much adapted this principle until today. I follow these ethics in my professions and guide for all my endeavors in life. I serve as the president of Rotary Club of Penang in the year 2003, and then again the year 2013 as a recycle president. I also served as the assistant governor in the year 2010. During this involvement in Rotary, I remember one very important activities which I conducted, which I will never forget, and that is my involvement during the years when I was president to 2003. We managed to raise funds to get about 20 children from Thailand, from Cambodia, from Vietnam to come over to Penang Island under the auspices of Adventist Hospital to gather them. And these children are all with cardiac defects and like hole in the heart patients. And we managed to get a group of doctors from US to come over to treat and to do surgery on these patients. These are young children. They came with the parents. And we did all this within 6 months. So when the children all being treated became well and healthy, that is the period, that is the important job which I feel that I will never forget in my life. This is humanitarian to them, and to be able to save these children. So this project was very much inspired, and it was later known as the Gift of Life, where it carries on doing this type of projects until today. So the Rotary Club Penang, under the Rotary Charity Foundation, is now doing this Gift of Life project until today. So this is indeed a very great project. Also, the Rotary Club, with involvement in the Rotary Club, I am able to get involved with organizing dialysis centers for the people. We have set up 2 dialysis centers in Penang. And also the home nursing project, where we organize nurses to go to the homes to help the sick and the needy. And this is indeed also a project which I feel we have done well. Okay.
Thank you, Dato Seri. What is your opinion of the present youth generation with regards to social and humanitarian volunteerism activities?
We are the human race, and what better way is to give back to society than to lend a helping hand to our fellow Homo sapiens who are less fortunate than ourselves. I feel that the younger generations should be more driven and motivated to work with people and help resolve social issues. I would like to share my experiences as one. I think that is my daughter, who was a multi-organ donor. My eldest daughter, who was a doctor, unfortunately passed away at the age of 38 years old, when she was just beginning to carry out her duties and excel herself in her profession. She was unfortunately down with sickness, brain aneurysm, and have the operation in Paris, but unable to make through. So she expressed her wishes to me, and she always advocated organ donations. So when I was there, I agreed and I signed up all the documents where she donated her organs. Her organs were harvested for donations throughout Europe. And I'm indeed very proud and honored to know that my eldest daughter's lives on, my daughter's lives on in the lives of those who have received her organ. Therefore, I would like to encourage the younger generations to empathize with their fellow human beings for a better tomorrow, that is to think and to do good for the humanity of their fellow members. When faced with challenges in life, we have to make a choice, and that will make all the differences to our future life. We have always got to think, in me, I will do whatever is good wherever I can, every day that I live, in order to make someone happy. This is what I'm doing until today.
Do good whenever you can. That is a really inspiring thing to do. Thank you, Dato Seri Tan, for that. So who do you admire as a true iconic leader in the world, and how has that person inspired and motivated you to achieve greater success in your professional career and social services?
I've always been inspired by King Bhumibol of Thailand. And I always consider him an awesome and amazing leader who inspired the rest of us to follow in his footsteps. King Bhumibol is one of the longest reigning monarch in the Thai history. And we will always remember him as a successful and beloved king of Thailand who helped to calm political storms during the decade of his long reign. Now, as a king of Thailand, he was living symbol of the Thai society and unity. He played a very active role in regulating touring the far-flung parts of Thailand and other provinces, thus getting closer to the public, and where I think he saw to the need of his subjects. He provided stability and unity to his country. he was an immensely popular king, and his death was mourned by his countrymen, thousands and millions of them. We reach out to the people, and they were eternally touched by his sincerity as he interacted with even the illiterate villagers. Personally, he oversees the progress of like irrigation projects, constructions of dams to supply much needed water to the country's poor in the rural part of the country. His true iconic leaders truly inspired and motivate me in my daily life and in dealing with the others, not just during my working days, but also in connecting with the people. I follow his work, I read his book, I understand, and I really being encouraged by what he has done. I remember giving a speech on invitation on the subject of humanity in the UNESCO assembly, which was attended by many ambassadors. And I quote King Bhumibol's great humanitarian work, which I think most of those audience agreed with me. And after my presentation, they came forward to me to say that I've done well to really emphasize on someone great. So I feel that a leader give us inspirations, give us the encouragements, and we should all follow and understand and work towards what has been achieved, and we follow as a human being. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato Seri. You were the president of the State Chinese Penang Association. So you were very much involved with the Baba and the Nyonya Association in Penang. So how does these associations mold the younger generation and the general public in Penang and in Malaysia?
Yeah, in one of my involvement activities, like the State Chinese Penang Association, which I am currently the president, I am indeed very passionate about the Peranakan culture. Peranakan generally refers to the people of mixed Chinese and Malay or Indonesian heritage. Peranakan males are known as babas, while the females are known as nonyas. The Peranakans are also known as the street Chinese, as they were born in the British-controlled street settlements in Singapore, Penang, and Malacca. So as one of the members of the State Chinese Penang Association, I'm honored to be able to be a part of this Peranakan fraternity in Penang. Our Babas and Nonyas has been in the existence since Our association has been in existence since a little more than 100 years. Penang Peranakan is a unique heritage and culture that dates back to the 15th century, and it is our responsibility to preserve and propagate to the younger generations of the Babas and Nonias. The State Chinese Penang Association, like any other national NGOs, has many avenues to explore when it comes to the disseminations of informations on cultural activities. Related programs for our members as well as the general public. We work hand in hand with the Georgetown World Heritage Incorporated, whose main aims is to preserve and propagate culture and heritage aspect of the ethnic group in Penang. For example, we assist in the organizations of the Peranakan Festival together with the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture by putting on the Nonya Kasut Manek, the beaded shoes and slippers, demonstrations on how they construct these beaded shoes, fashion shows on the unique Peranakan attire, that is when they wear, they call it the kebayas and baju panjang, sarung kebaya, together with the Peranakan accessories like the kerongsang or set of breeches. We also organize cooking sessions in order to allow or to encourage more people to know about the unique Nonya cuisine. Nonya cuisine is being actually very popular in Penang and in Malaysia. So the methods of cooking and preparations for these Nonya dishes, I think this is a great attraction to this Peranakan culture, to this Nonya culture. The unique cultural aspects of the Baba Nonya's heritage also include the Nonya pastime, like the games of Chiki, special ceremonies and rituals that were observed on certain occasions, like the preparations of certain foodstuff on the baby's full moon celebrations, the preparations of tray laden with goodies as well as Peranakan accessories, jewelries, and attire as part of the bride's dowry on their wedding, and also ceremonies on their wedding eve, and so on. Thus, it is frequently hoped that the younger generations will be able to appreciate this heritage and culture and help to promote the unique of this culture in the future generations. This is actually a challenge in our association, where we will encourage more youngsters to know more about this culture. And every time when we hold programs, we will always think of them and involve these young the young people, especially like as what I mentioned, preparations of food, and also that becomes the attraction where most people look forward to have Tonya food. That's how we promote the young people to come into our traditional, what they call the program, traditional and heritage program, where we try to get them involved. Right.
So today is World Students Day. Education has been in your blood in all of your lifetime. So what are your feelings, views, issues, and advice to children, youths, parents about better educational opportunities and to look for rewarding professional careers in the present and future generations?
I was, as I said, in the educational sector as a retired school headmaster for many, many years. Education is the key to the success in a future life. Every child is entitled to a basic education and should not derive from it. Those students who need guidance and advice on further and higher educations can explore other avenues for assisting in getting study grant or scholarships, for example. And I was involved in a few foundations, like namely the Sardon Foundation we set up in Penang, where I am involved as the chairman of this educational grant for students. Also, our Penang Charity Foundation, Penang Charity Rotary Foundation, we are also involved giving out grant for the students, needy students. Of course, there are quite a number of organizations in Penang and also, as well as in other states in Malaysia, who are working, doing fundraising, having set up foundations to help the needy students to study and be able to get into tertiary educations. I feel this is a very important aspect where we can enable them to go through the tertiary educations. I was one of the victims, as in the younger days. I come from a poor family and I experienced hardship in getting scholarships, in getting fees, to pay fees for the universities. So I understand this and I work towards this end. Education is the way out of poverty, and therefore, in order to eradicate poverty, children should be given the basic education so that they may be able to pay for themselves without having to depend on others in their later life. Charity begins at home. Children learn through imitation. Parents are the role models. Therefore, it is crucial that as parents, we display positive attributes and attitudes that our children may emulate. I do believe in sparing the rod and spoiling the child. Children should be handled with tender love, care, and we should not at any time use the rod to control and punish our children. Leadership is by example. As the master of a primary school in Penang, I always exercise that. That is to always, every day, advising the students to do best, to work hard, to study, and also to respect their teachers, their parents. Therefore, children should lead, I should say, parents should lead the children in the right directions by guiding them in the early age so that they may not go astray. Armed with the proper educations, our children shall have better opportunities, better opportunities in the workplace, besides being equipped for more rewarding professional careers in the future. I taught thousands of students, and my students are always very close to me. I think today I have students everywhere, and I feel that this is my most rewarding time in my career as an educator. I was very blessed also to be given the what's so-called the iconic educator award in the year 2003 as an exemplary educator or headmaster. I will feel that education is with me, and I will continue to project. I will continue to help in any way to help students and young people so that they are all be given the best care, the best privilege, the opportunity to study, and in order for them to achieve education, higher education. Yeah.
Congratulations on your award, and here's to many more. So you are also the president of Malaysian Gymnastics Federation. Why should people get into sports, and what is the importance of sports in today's world?
Okay. Yeah, in my career, I also involve myself in sports. Education comes with sports. So I'm presently the president of the Malaysian Gymnastics Federation, as well as the president for the Penang Gymnastics Association of my state. Now, for the past few decades, we have been fortunate to have a steady flow of male and female gymnasts who diligently attend training and coaching sessions in the Penang Sports Council Gymnasium. Gymnasts is the students who work hard in gymnastics. So we are also able to advise to have the service of trained coaches who are both local and foreign, who can assist the gymnasts with their training skills. The state government provides the facilities, the gyms, equipment, the coaches, and the gymnasts, and our gymnasts can use for their training. I much appreciate that our Penang State's Sports Council assists a lot in these training facilities and providing benefits to the gymnasts in their training. I think this is so also for the national training squad. We have gymnasts from various states going to the national squad to be trained to excel in these sports. So those who are qualified for the classifications testing as well as competitions, and will be then selected for the state team and eventually the national team. The gymnasts have to gear up for competitions as the national and international arenas. So these days, in spite of this COVID-19 pandemic, our gymnasts at the state and national level are still trading on the virtual platform. During this pandemic, all the physical sessions came to a standstill, and our coaches provide visual training for the gymnasts. And to continue for the training, they still got to continue for training to maintain the flexibility and other levels of fitness, even though physical competitions were curtailed for the time being. We have no issues with the visual training sessions, as our coaches are equipped with and are trained to assist the gymnasts whatever way possible to ensure proper maintenance of fitness level among them. These gymnasts are resilient and have adapted well to this change in training sessions. We actually conduct competition on the visual platform, and we look forward to having physical competitions soon with proper adherence to the SOP proposed by the government. Some healthy competitions will be able to boost the morale of the gymnasts and motivate them to continue training hard towards achieving goals. Recently, we have the webinar session with the FIG experts sharing insights on the latest code of point for 2022 to 2024. The extreme speakers were able to enlighten the participants on the judging aspects of the sports. So the participants came from the coaches and also the judges of the dynamic gymnastic. We have other virtual sessions as well for the sports management purposes as well as judging sessions. And I think this period, although we are not able to do physical, we are able to conduct these courses, which will be very beneficial to the coaches, judges, and also the participants. Basically, we have to postpone our local competitions like Sukma or the Malaysian sports competitions, which was scheduled for 2020. And we have now get up to have, hopefully, to be able to organize this event next year. If all goes well, we might be able to back up our routine pre-COVID-19 and also to get our gymnasts able to participate in all these competitions. In other words, we have been planning these national level competitions for some time, but it will be something to look forward to, especially for the gymnasts, our male and our female gymnasts. We are glad that this year we are able to have our male and female gymnasts qualified for this Olympic game in Tokyo, Japan. Our male gymnasts from Penang, Jeremiah Lu, took part in the AG event, the artistic event, and female gymnast Farah N took part in this women's event. And it is indeed a great honor for us to be able to compete at this international level in the Olympics. I think it's an achievement. At least we have 2 participants participating in Olympics under gymnastics. Of course, we will be able to train more and more of our gymnasts. Hopefully, that more of our gymnasts will be able to participate and achieve in our future competitions. I think I thank God that I managed to juggle my time in between my families and my personal life and social activities that I'm involved in. And I believe that nothing is impossible. Nothing is possible if the heart is willing. If the heart is willing. Because of my involvement in sports and all the contributions I made in sports, I was also bestowed with the most outstanding sports leader award at the Penang States Council Award event the year 2008. So I hope and I believe that all of us will always have an opportunity to excel in whatever capacity we serve. May it be taking part as an athlete, as a teacher, as a coach, or as a judge for the event, or even an organizer of the event, sports event. All these will be contributing towards the achievement of sports in the country. So I would like to encourage and get all the young and all those who are interested in sports to be involved seriously. Come forward. Nowadays, we need more people to come forward to assist in sports activities. Not to be afraid even to be in the hot sun, not to be afraid to spending hours and hours and to late night organizing teaching, planning, to get our sports activities on, to make the sports in the country very, what you call, successful one. I think we should all do that. We should all come forward to help.
Thank you, Dato Seri. We have questions from our virtual audience. We have a question from Professor Dato Dr. G.P. Duresami. Several questions, actually. You've just mentioned this briefly, but if you'd like to expound on it. So he's saying, could you tell us how you allocate your time to your involvements in all these social service organizations, your business, your family, and time for your own hobbies or leisure time? So how do you make time for everything?
Yeah. I usually do up a schedule to enable me to cope up. Yeah. Or while I will, I'm busy, I still have to make up time for everything. Yeah. When I was young, I think I'm lucky to have a very good family. My mother stayed with me as my role model, who assist me in many things, organizing the family. My wife, my late wife, who was with me, also a teacher, understands what we are doing and also assists me a lot. They are the important people in my life who enable me to do this work. Sometimes a lot of my friends, a lot of the people around me was wondering why you are involved in so many things. Yeah, when I look back, when I think back, yeah, it's true that how come I am able to involve in so many things, but it is all through the grace of God and also through all the blessings. I spend a lot of time in organizing work. At the same time, I spend a lot of time cultivating myself, building up myself, so that I am always healthy enough to do all this work. Yeah, I understand. A lot of people was asking me these questions. But I think more importantly is to make schedule for the work, and then to be able to plan organize our time well. I think we can do it, and I did it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for doing a great job of being doing a lot of things, and you're a true inspiration to all of us. So we have another question from our virtual audience, because you mentioned something about education. Tongi Gra is asking, what do you think is the impact of home or distance schooling for children due to the pandemic? Like people staying at home, so the impact of the pandemic.
Yeah, the children staying at home, just like my grandchildren, all stay at home. They don't go to school, and they have to do the schooling online. This much depends on the family, the parents, because parents also, in a way that they also, many of them works at home, work from home, and if like the father, the mother, maybe they take turns, you see, to supervise the children, or also to run the schedule for the children. Of course, online, the children need supervision, not just to leave them there and then to do. So as I talk to also teachers of my grandchildren, and then the teachers say, yeah, sometimes when we go through the online course classes, the children disappear. No. So we need to supervise them, encourage them, and then to go into the proper teaching schedule together with the teacher. Of course, I think this pandemic has made things very different. Some will find that by now I discover that even my children, my grandchildren, they tend to like this online thing. Then they tend to accept it and also to improve themselves through this online. But some cannot get in any way. Yeah, they're not able to get in any way. Anyway, it's all because of the guidance also. That is more important. Even sometimes when I have time, I will always look into the grandchildren's schedule. And also, more important is the discipline. Once you have the discipline, you are able to do according to schedule. The children will be able to adapt it. I think so.
More comments from our virtual audience. Professor Dato, Dr. GP Doraisamy is saying that he is amazed of your abilities in coping up to these uncertainties and challenges in society. And he has another question. So could you please provide some advices to our present youths and young ambitious persons who wish to join the social service clubs, and what are the benefits and facilities available for these young people?
Yeah, recently, when we talk about last time when in the youth organizations, Malaysia is always considered as one of the best organized youth movement compared to all other countries. I mean, many countries, because we are very organized. As I said, the Malaysian Youth Council. Malaysian Youth Council consists of all the youth organizations in the country. You have the even the religious group. You have the ABIM, which is the Islamic Youth Organization. You have the Buddhist Youth, YBM, the Young Buddhist Association of Malaysia. You have the Hindu Youth, HYO. And then you have the YMCA, the Christian Youth. This is the religious. We have the uniform body, the Girl Guides, the Scouts, Boys Brigade, all this uniform body. Then we have the educational type, where we have the university group. We have the colleges youth group. Then we have other groups like mainly focusing on leadership and training. So these all combine together to form the Malaysian Youth Council. And the activities organized are tremendous. So many, all of them come together. So you have the unity among themselves. They are strong, they are united, the youths all come together. Every year we celebrate the Youth Day, where all these organizations come in. We can fill up the stadiums to have this youth function. But as it goes on now, many, in fact, the feeling is that this they want the youth to be on the discipline side and to adopt the what they call the ideology, the discipline from the government. Yeah. So these are something which is a bit different, but I still feel that youth should be given the opportunity. Youth should be given more freedom to participate. Like what they call, you have a youth forum form in many, even the university, where the university students can come out to speak. The university students will come out to let out their what they call their voice towards how the youth can help have a say in society. So things are a bit different, but I still feel that youth organizations should still maintain itself. That is, even in the villages, even in the rural areas, these youth organizations, district areas, they form themselves in the district. They should be able to come together, organize activities, and that will cause a lot of unity, and that should be the right way. Yeah.
Win from the Philippines is saying, great honor to know and listen to Dato Seri Tan Jin Soon. So WHD hereby congratulates you, Dato Seri Tan Jin Soon, for being awarded the most prestigious medal by His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Penang State, which carries the title of Dato Seri, for all your dedicated selfless services to Penang and to Malaysia. So in this regard, we would like to hear your views, your opinions, and advice for all the youth sportsmen, humanitarians, just advice from around the world on how to navigate through daily challenges and become high achievers and being successful in life. So, well, this is the question that we usually ask. What is your inspiring message to the world?
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to thank WHT for this tremendous work that you have done, the great work. And I understand that you have this type of forum every week, which I think is very difficult to organize, but you make it, and then you really have great effort to organize this. I think it's very good. Giving out opinions, like for example, like me today, if I have a chance to speak, maybe I just tell what I've got, what I've achieved, what I feel, what I should encourage. It doesn't mean that I like to boast up myself. No, I never. And also my award by the Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Penang, is through the what I call this the honor that they give it to those people who contribute to society. Yeah, and when I tell them that thank you very much for giving this honor, I say no, you don't thank me, you thank yourself what you have done. I am most humble, of course, to have this award, and I feel that I will continue to serve in the society. Even though at this age I will not give up, I will still continue to play my part and to do whatever I can for society. That is always in me, in my dream, in my blood, to help society in every way I can. Right? So my advice to the younger generation is that whenever you plan to take on in life, do it with passion. Do it with passions, and be realistic with your goal in life and work towards achieving what your heart desires. Always remember that you are the master of your own destiny. Only you can decide on making it or not at all. Never ever give up. You will see the light at the end of the tunnel eventually. So always have a vision to succeed and learn to visualize for the betterment. Believe in the power of visualization. And I wish all of you that you'll be able to achieve. You'll be able to achieve if you have this strong desire to realize your desire. And in order, you will be able to realize your dream. That is very important. That is my advice. And I sincerely hope that if you have all these vision, you will be successful. And I'm sure you'll be successful. Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to read one more comment from our virtual audience from Gui Han Yang, saying something about pilgrimage tourism. It's an interesting part of tourism. And then so even sports tourism like gymnastic events will certainly attract tourists. So thank you so much for honoring us with your presence, sharing your words of wisdom, and inspiring the world with your story. In honor of international recognition for your in particularly serving and inspiring humanity with your noble deeds, World Humanitarian Drive would like to award you Dato Seri Jin Soon with Inspiring Humanitarian Award.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And then so we're just gonna send the award to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And so we would, congratulations, Dato Seri Jin Soon, humanitarian, community, and social service supporter. We would like to share a quotation by former President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. The reason behind World Students' Day, we are also commemorating his birth anniversary today.
Oh. Yeah. When learning is purposeful, creativity blossoms. When creativity blossoms, thinking emanates. When thinking emanates, knowledge is fully fit. When knowledge is lit, economy flourishes. That's good.
Yeah, thank you so much for also reading that.
Yeah.
And so we're just gonna, oh, here we go. We hope you enjoyed today's discussion with Jin Soon, that it motivated you to get into sports, pursue your passions, and make a difference in your community. Here on Inspiring Millions Show, we present you with brilliant people from around the world, so feel free to connect with them on social media, and together, let's make a difference in the world. If today's discussion inspired you, please like it, share it, send us a comment. Do share with us your takeaways from today. Follow us in our social media accounts. Click subscribe on our YouTube channel, WHD Media. Visit our WHD website, www.whd.org.uk for more inspiring events. Everyone, stay safe and healthy. These are times we should strengthen our bodies, minds, emotions, and our faith. Please remember to have compassion, be kind to yourself, others, and our planet. To our frontliners, we salute you. We thank you for your hard work, sacrifices, and dedication to humanity. To all those celebrating their birthdays and special milestones this week, happy celebrations. Have a wonderful weekend on behalf of WHD team, especially those working behind the scenes. WHD Chairman Dr. Abdul Basit Saeed, WHD Director of Global Operations, Ms. Sarah Wilson, WHD's 12 Honorable Secretary Generals. We thank you, our virtual audience from around the world, for joining us and supporting our show. This has been World Humanitarian Drive's Inspiring Millions Show. I'm Viva Andrada O'Flynn. Please join us again next Friday. We will have a discussion with Professor K.C. Janardhan of India as we inspire the world here on Inspiring Millions Show.